Morning, guys.
Hi, good morning.
Gotta send a quick Venmo here. Give me a sec. All right. Shelly, Randy, Cheery, Dustin, live from Sweetwater Sound. Awesome, awesome. All right, guys, let's dive right in. Anybody have any, it's been a whirlwind of a week. I know with conference coming up soon, everybody's recruiting, everybody on this screen anyway. So hats off to you guys. Thanks for putting it in. Does anybody have anything they want to cover real quick? Any questions?
So I just hired the two gentlemen from yesterday, and Mike Pajica, they're both licensed, and then Stephen Foster, he wants to know when he can start writing.
Well, when he gets appointed and contracted, plain and simple.
Yeah, that's what I told him. So
So he's onboarded, right?
yeah, he's
What
got
is-
his HQ and everything.
Oh, here he is, Stephen Foster, up credentials. And did he fill out his appointment paperwork for the carriers?
Like the insurance-based stuff?
I don't.
He needs to look for emails from either Surance Bay or Agent Sync, because Agent Sync is the new one. No more Surance Bay. It's all going to come from Agent Sync, but I don't know when that started. So you'll just have to have him check his emails. That he'll get to start as soon as he fills that stuff out. If he's
Okay.
onboarded and everything else, he's good.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at HQ real quick and see if he's got any writing numbers. Licensing for Stephen. Morning, Prasad. Yeah, I mean, it looks like, oh, he's got a lot of appointments, but he did a lot of health insurance, it looks like.
Good morning, Mark.
Good morning. Yeah, I think he needs to he needs to look for those emails because it doesn't look like he's filled anything out yet. So he can start as soon as he does that. And I'll, another thing, Shelly, is if you'll want to ask, well, actually, Kim's right here. So Kim, if you don't mind passing on to the other admins, just to make sure that Stephen Foster has all of his carrier contracts. Thank you so much. But Shelly, the onus is on us as leaders and on him as the agent to be vigilant of his emails. Again, I don't remember when Agent Sync took over the Surance Bay stuff, so he will want to look for both. But it's just I'm putting it in the chat. If he just does a search for Surance Bay or Agent Sync in his mail, his trash, his spam, he may already have it.
Okay.
Yeah, and Mark.
Excuse me, Mark. Okay.
Go ahead.
No, that's okay. Mark, for now, Agent Sync is the new coming from emails that they need to receive for Surance Bay. I think they don't receive anymore.
Okay. Do you
The
know what?
carriers, yeah.
Do you know what date that started by chance?
I think just this July.
Okay. Okay, great. So, because I think he got onboarded on July 29th or something like that. So probably Agent Sync then, Shelly.
Yeah.
And I
Okay.
was just going to say that as a team, let's all take the reminder that anytime an agent is wondering what their next steps are, they should be going to SFG Agent Success and identifying what their stage is and reviewing the notes in there. And if they feel like they've completed all those notes, but they don't have what they need to get into the next stage, then we could have them be reaching up to their upline. But
Yeah, great.
We help agents who help themselves.
Right. And that's what I told him. I said, it's all right there in agent success. So, and, but he was just finally getting back with me after a while.
Okay, great. Well, and he's back in action. That's what he gets for being dormant for a couple weeks. So now he'll get it. But as long as he checks his emails, he'll get those if he hasn't. And Kim and Jessica Joy will make sure that they have been sent or are sent. So if he doesn't have them, he'll get them today or tomorrow.
And I
Mark,
still
what-
haven't received
Go
my
ahead.
license from John Hancock yet.
Okay.
Remember you set that up for me and I still
Listen.
haven't got anything.
Anytime that happens, all you got to do is send me an email. I'll forward it to admins and we'll get it taken care of. You guys must know, squeaky wheel gets the grease. Don't wait for me to come, and I'm not talking to you, Shelley, but I'm using you as an example. But don't wait for me to come to you and say, hey, did you get that John Hancock, right? You guys need to be
Right.
on your stuff. And if something seems like it's taking longer than usual, just let me know. We have the most amazing admins in the world and we'll get it done. All right, awesome.
Yeah, Mark, I was just going to say, what is your approach, or could you share a little bit about your opinions on this? The way that Chris Cook addresses a lot of agent concerns is that, like, I have experienced that if I'm not doing the things that Chris Cook expects of me, I'm not going to get his attention. And he does that to protect himself because he's got like 500 agents.
Right.
And so we're smaller. You're quite busy, obviously, but then each of us team leaders are busy with our handfuls and dozens of agents. But how do you feel like we should approach that going forward? Should you take a little bit of a Chris Cook mentality where, like Prasad, for example, Prasad, you're a rock star, by the way, love having you here. But he's getting everything done very quickly. He's engaged. He's listening to his leaders. Anytime an agent is not listening to the leader, and like Shelley was saying, she told, I'm sorry, I forget who it was, so-and-so, what he needed to do, and he's still not doing those things. I don't see why that is something that we should bring to your attention. If that agent is not, and this isn't a dig at Shelley, obviously, I'm just saying, that person doesn't deserve a lot of our attention right now because they're not doing the very basic one thing that they've been asked to do. What do you think about that?
Well, a couple things. Number one, you're right. But before I get to you're right, I'll say with someone like Stephen Foster, I mean, look, admittedly, contracting is backed up right now. I think as a newbie, that can be pretty frustrating, especially if you're coming to a company that is boasting all of the cutting edge technology that we do have and we do offer our agents, right? But to hear all about neuroscience and cutting edge technology and resources and come in and then look at your watch while you get on board and appointed, that there's a little bit of a dichotomy there, and that can be frustrating. So I do want to say right now, I think for new agents, man, I'm grateful for anybody that's like, where's my contracting? Where's my this, right? Please. But we should make sure that we as leaders follow internal protocol, which is just say the word, because the admins, again, I hate to put all this on you, Kim, but Kim, Jessica, Joy can handle anything. I've never seen them not be able to handle anything here. So all you got to do is just say, hey, it's been a couple days. Can we please check on this? And I'll gladly, we are. So for what it's worth, leaders, I'm on a WhatsApp. Me and Betsy are on a WhatsApp thread with Jessica, Joy, and Kim 24/7. So if we hear there's something going on that you want us to look into, within 2 minutes, it's being looked into. So all you got to do is say the word. And then back to you're right, Dustin. Yes, patience is a virtue. That's right, Kim. Now, as far as you're right, from Danny Young to Brian Delaney to Edward Pritchett to Marlon Faulkner, these great leaders, the list goes on and on. I forget Danny Young's exact list, but he's got his VIPs, right? And then he tears it down to the people he just won't take a call from. And it's not because he's a snob. It's not because he's an elitist, right? It's not because he's judgmental. It's because, and Chris Cook follows the same thing, you know, per Dustin's example, guys, we've got a system here. And the system is a beautiful thing because it allows anybody to come in that's willing to follow it to create a systematized income and be able to reverse engineer your future. That's what's amazing about the very simple system we've got. Now, the trickery of our system, if you will, is that it's the simplicity is often confused with, well, it should be easy then. No, nothing worthwhile is easy, right? This is not easy, or it wouldn't pay as well as it does. We wouldn't have the opportunities in this industry we have, because we are the warriors, we are the champions, right? We are the Spartans that say, I don't want a normal life, I don't want an average life, I'm going to go the extra mile because my desires outweigh my fears, and I'm going to go for it. And if you're that person, you're going to plug into a system that is put in front of you, knowing that thousands of other people have followed the system and made it work for them. So long story short, guys, the reason maybe you're, you know, I don't think anybody here has to worry about that, but as leaders, you want to protect yourself, as Dustin said, Chris is doing, by not trying to modify your, you know, modify what you believe in and what you know works for agents that are maybe very persistent on, well, I'm going to try this and I'm going to try that. I mean, God bless them. I've had some agents that, you know, they want to innovate, they want to reinvent, they want to try this, they want to try that, and they've asked for my time and investment in that. No, not you, Dustin. I mean, I did it in the beginning too. I mean, sure, we've all been guilty of dipping our toe in another pond and being like, I bet this will work, and then you get burnt, right? It's like the cat on the stove. I'm not going on that stove again. I've done it. I went to third-party lead sources. I've hired appointment setters. I've just, what's that meme where Donald Duck's just shoving the money into the oven, right? The fire. I did that. But the point is, guys, that's at your own peril, and your leaders don't have time for that. And leaders, we don't have time for that, right? We're building a team, right? Are there any sports teams in which like one guy in the team's wearing a different uniform and that's just okay? No, they wear the same uniform, they follow the same plays, right? They all coordinate accordingly, they play their parts and they do it. Just because you think, you know, red's going to be a way better look on the field than blue, you're not going to have like 13 reds out there and one blue, because that's okay. And now we've got to what? Cater to your special needs. So all I'm saying, guys, because Dustin brought up a great point, is we're recruiting like crazy right now because the company's just getting better and better by the day. If you were on the huddle this morning, if you weren't, guys, please plug into some huddles. And if you think they're not bringing you value, well, then you know, leave them at the door. But I would almost guarantee if you attended 5 huddles in a row, 2 of them are going to be immensely valuable to you. And 3 might be, okay, I kind of know this, but this was a great start to my day, right? But, you know, we covered on the huddle that at conference, guys, which you're all going to, right? So hope you're all signed up, ready to go. I just pointed out this morning on the huddle up, I just helped an agent in California who was like, well, you want me to spend this, and this to go to a conference and I haven't even started? No, I want you to invest in your business and get trained by the right people before you begin your career. And here's what it's going to take. And went to Frontier and found out, you know, they're partnered with Uplift. And Uplift, if you guys haven't used it, a lot of retailers use Klarna, Uplift. There's a couple different services that will finance things. Very little interest, if any, no credit checks whatsoever. They'll just do it. And I got him a flight for $18 a month, right? He didn't want to pay the $250 or whatever it was. He got his flight, he paid his $18, he's going to Denver, right? So we can get creative with this stuff. But Chris mentioned on the huddle today, they're going to be unrolling the new system, which is essentially going to eliminate the number of, or going to minimize rather, the number of dials you have to put in to get appointments now. We are really going into the next wave in which, you know, these funnels are going to have you feeding your leads into Switchboard, and appointments are going to land on your calendar. And now you're just serving people, right? We're talking voice drops, text drops. The Razor Ridge leads are supposed to be just off the chain, amazing. I've been talking to my friend Paige Jensen. She's also an agency director. She's a 110. We went to Agency Owner Academy together. She's got 3 or 4 agents right now who are booking, 11, 12 of their 15 plus appointments a week are being booked by Switchboard with the Razor Ridge lead system. So we've got some amazing stuff coming, guys. There's no way I'm going to go to conference and then have to kowtow to someone who decided not to go to conference and try to fill them in on things they missed. That was their choice. I hope you catch up. I mean, what can I say? And if you're like, well, Mark, that's heartless. I had this going on. I had that going on, but I didn't know about that. You didn't tell me about that, right? Because I'll work out whatever needs to be worked out to make this a success for you. I'm committed to you as a leader. You got to be committed to the communication. So anyway, leaders, and I encourage you, and by leaders, I mean everybody here, because we're all leaders in our own right. Pick the brains of those that have resonated with you on these calls, right? Please don't think these are untouchable celebrities. That's the way some of them seem to me. I remember, hearing Ashley Tarr in my car every day, driving to Indianapolis and back, and listening to her in the home and perfecting my in the home because of her. It was like meeting, Angelina Jolie or something the first time I saw her at conference. And I remember being nervous to go say hi to her. And now I know that's just silly, because people will bend over backwards here to help you and give you tips and tricks. They just want you to introduce yourself properly. So we'll go over some conference etiquette as we get closer. But just as a tip, since I'm on the subject, guys, if you want to talk to Marlon Faulkner, if you want to talk to Danny Young, if you see somebody across the room that you want to talk to, Brian Delaney, whatever, make sure you're not interrupting them, right? They're in a conversation or something. Wait to see that they've gotten open. Respect that most of these leaders probably have a speech on stage. They're teaching a class, this and that. They're busy. So you're not at the bar. You're not going to sit there for 2-3 hours and chit chat, right? But great to say, hey, Brian Delaney, real quick, my name's Randy Johnson. I'm direct to Mark Newbauer in the Chris Cook hierarchy. So that's how you do it. Hey, I'm Mohammed Ba. I'm direct to Betsy Barr in the Chris Cook hierarchy, right? That's the proper symmetry introduction. And it's not because we need the edification as leaders. It's so they kind of know where you're at and who you're with, right? All the leaders know each other. It'll help them help you the best they can. And then just let them know. Say, hey, what you said on the call last week, or, you figure it out. Why did they resonate with you? But, Marlon was a guest speaker on our call that one time, right? So just say, hey, you were a guest on our call one morning not too long ago, and you're the reason I'm here. That speech you gave, just I realize how non-negotiable conference is, and I'm here because of you. So I just want to thank you. And Marlon, quick question, and then go ahead and get his advice, right? And then let him go. Thanks for your time, right? So guys, that's how you can approach people at conference. I challenge you to approach at least 5 people that you would otherwise maybe be nervous to approach, right? It's really going to get you out of your box. It's going to help you associate with other leaders outside of this hierarchy. Sure, we're all brilliant, but you don't want to be in an echo chamber, as Jared Gillum said to me a couple of weeks ago. You want to get out there and get some fresh air, talk to some other leaders, see what they're doing, right? We're ahead of the curve on some things. They're ahead of the curve on some things. Oh, let's see what Angie says. I just got an email yesterday for a confirmation of an appointment put on my calendar for tomorrow from Switchboard. I didn't even talk to the client. All communication was done by Switchboard, and the client scheduled their own appointment on my calendar. High five. Everyone needs to be at conference to get the required training for Switchboard. It's going to change your life. Angie, I'm kind of tearing up right now because I love you so much, and that is powerful. Amazing, amazing, amazing to hear that. Guys, this is where we're going. It's incredible stuff, and you want to get the right training. And don't be shy. We can get you guys, Switchboard's coming out. Be the squeaky wheel. Any questions on that? That was a good filibuster, right? No, I just wanted to cover it completely. it's tough being a leader, guys. But it's very rewarding being a leader. And you want to just protect yourself as a leader. As much as it is for you, it's for your people that are doing the right things and to the right degree of activity. That's the real equation. Are they doing the right things, and are they putting in the right level of activity? Those are the people that are your, as Danny calls them, VIPs. Those are the people where you'll pick up their call all day, every day, right? Then there are the people that aren't following the system and want to talk to you about the funnel they're creating, or they want to talk to you about, you know, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Well, how many dials did you put in this week? Well, I was going to, I'm trying to, I need to, right? Not saying that that's a bad thing. Not saying those are people you just instantly ignore, right? That's not good leadership. But you do want to redirect them into the system. And you want to redirect them into maybe some of the huddles, the meetings. You know, hey, what did you think about yesterday's national call? Oh, I couldn't make it. Why not? What was going on? I just didn't make it. I had a bunch of stuff going on. Well, you know, how serious are they about this? So, and if you guys ever need any, you know, if you've got stuff like that going on, just let me know. I will happily help out, give you advice. I've certainly invested a lot of time and money in people that weren't investing their time and money in themselves, right? And in their business, and that's not right to you. So I guess that's all. Any questions on any of that? Any questions on conference? All right, you heard Casey say it, unusual, but not. This is the new today. That used to be, you know, a step above business casual, right? Most of us wore shirts and ties or sport jackets, what have you. Casey said it, I'm not wearing a suit, right? That doesn't mean wear your ripped jeans and tennis shoes. Look nice, but I'm sure nice jeans, knit shirt will be just fine, right? Some nice kicks, you know, just make sure it's not your lawn mowing kicks. I might wear a sport jacket, but maybe Miami Vice style, who knows? Not going to get too spiffy. Fact is, guys, be comfortable, but be professional. But it is going to be probably more casual than ever. And that's, I think, the only real big note I have. The schedule is now on Reimagine 2022. It wasn't there a week ago. So just so you guys know, if you haven't visited the site outside of registering, the schedule is on reimagine2022.com. And it'll give you the full layout. Wednesday night, thank you, Dustin. Wednesday night is essentially registration, general meetings. People, you know, if you're there, great. Hit me up with a text. You know, we'll all probably get together. If you're coming in Tuesday night, let me know, or at least connect with other people you know are coming in. I think Joe and some others are getting in as early as Tuesday. I'm coming in Wednesday. But there will be no shortage of people if you're coming in Tuesday. And I think Val is probably definitely staying an extra 3-4 days to do snowboarding and whatnot. I mean, he'll definitely take advantage of the locale. And Shelly, I think you're staying an extra day or two. Is that the case? Yeah, Shelly will be there extra day or two. So guys, if you want to check out Denver, have some fun and take a breather and just reset your mind after all that stuff that you got at conference, feel free to connect and ask abound in band, right? Hey, who's staying Sunday, who's staying Monday? You want to hook up for lunch, whatever. Other thing I want to mention, oh, I thought Angie was here and she just, oh, there you are. Hey, Angie, I don't know if you're here but I read your text and it's amazing. Congratulations on that switchboard stuff. That's a real testimony, guys. I love that. It's not what switchboard is supposed to do. It's what switchboard is doing, right? I know Jeff Billman's booked some appointments like that as well. So pretty cool. Randy, I know you're going all in on Razor Ridge and switchboard. Yes? Yeah. Sort of? What?
Well, yes, but I put in I'm still waiting for my first round of leads coming through for Razor Ridge, but
Okay.
I've put in the bonus leads that I've had, but I haven't really got any play out of them just yet, but it's a process. So
Yeah, I know. As I understand, getting it all started, it is a machine. I highly recommend don't fool yourself by saying, "Oh, I don't have to do any dials because switchboard isn't working yet." Right? Get
yeah.
your leads. I had a printer, a car, and a cell phone, and drove 2-3 hours in the snow and did just fine. So you guys got this in the meantime. And Randy, just so you know, as long as you're on, you will be getting interviews to make up for the interviews you missed out of the program. So just so you know, July was a crazy month. Dustin had a heavy work schedule. Betsy was out with COVID. Her son went to the emergency room. You were on vacation for a week. Shelly switched to appointments as opposed to dialing. Shelly, by the way, guys, I just want to give Shelly a round of applause. The reason our recruiting engine was so solid in the very beginning was Shelly would dial every single person that didn't get through the funnel and land on the calendar, and those turned into interviews. And correct me if I'm wrong, Shelly, but as I understand, you and Betsy had a talk, and you're back on the train. You're going to be dialing through those and setting appointments again. Nice. Oh, that makes me so happy. So we're going to be rocking on interviews with thanks to Shelly Jackson, who does the tough work of grinding through all those people that didn't make it through the funnel and getting them right back into the system and on the calendar. And Randy, your top priority, because I know you didn't get the number of interviews that you signed up for, but your cup will runneth over, and I'll make sure that happens. But you got to let me know if it doesn't, like, Mark, where are these interviews you promised me? I'll make sure that you get them, okay? And then I also want to say real quick, guys, I know we'll talk more about this as it comes out, but I first of all want to thank Mohammed Ba. When we were discussing IULs and putting the trainings together and all that, and look at right behind him, I see it, Cash for College. So Mohammed, in his previous company, they had some amazing resource for college funding and just information, education, tools, and resources. And because of his inspiration and access, Betsy Barr has become a certified college financial planner. And so I think we're going to see a lot of really great stuff come from Mohammed and Betsy. I'm not going to, and Mohammed, if you want to comment on that, please. But I did see Betsy's website. I don't think it's up yet. But guys, we're going to have access to advanced markets college planning for kids that you can easily just refer in all day long and get a commission split, and Mohammed and Betsy will take care of the business. And there are opportunities for you to learn and become a part of that as well. But I say stick to the basics, focus on that, and leverage yourself. Let Mohammed and Betsy do the work and the commission split. Let them focus on what they've got that expertise in while you keep your engine running. Do you know much about that, Mohammed? I know I called it out probably pretty prematurely, but I was so excited when Betsy showed me that website yesterday.
Yeah, we're working on it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So hopefully by conference, everything will be up and running.
Oh, and by after conference? Nice.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to look at just a sneak preview here, because I told Betsy, you better let me know when this is up. I'm going to share it on my neighborhood Facebook page. I'm going to print out about 300 flyers and pay my kids to go canvass the neighborhoods. What is it? College Planning House. So there's that. collegeplanninghouse.com. It's not ready for prime time, guys. This is a special sneak preview. Do not use the site yet. Don't refer it out. But again, this is just another way that you're going to be able to leverage yourself. You get a no on the phone for mortgage protection. Do you guys have any kids? Well, here you go. Hey, I'd like you to check out this site, please. One of my passions is making sure that kids have enough money for college education. And as opposed to a 529 plan, our plan will have it so that if, God forbid, your kid decides, last day of senior year, they don't want to go to college, they can still access the money tax-free. What? Right? So lots of things that you can do to really leverage that, that I think are pretty cool. So I think that's all I wanted to cover, guys. We're going to be getting hit with a fire hose here over the next couple weeks and into conference. So, you know, one of the things I'll talk about next week as well is start planning ahead for conference. If you're in it to win it here, I know I'm not judging, but again, there's full-time, there's part-time, and there's sometime. We have some sometime agents here, and as long as that's serving your purpose, I'm grateful and I applaud you. If it's not, and you're wondering, well, why aren't I achieving the success I hope to here? Well, it's a lack of consistency. I can promise you that. So part-timers, full-timers, don't allow conference to be an excuse to be too busy to fulfill the momentum you need to go into conference and come out of conference without scrambling and missing out on income that, you know, you and your family need. And the best way to do that is truly over the next 2 weeks, do about, you know, what do we have? 2 weeks to conference? 3 weeks? 2 weeks. Good God, 2 weeks. So put in 50% more work each week up to conference than you normally would. Okay. So if you're normally running 15 appointments, really work on setting 20 to 22. Take that to heart, guys, because number one, going into conference with that kind of comfort and confidence will have you learning so much more. You're going to be comfortable. You're going to be confident. You're going to feel that proficiency start kicking in. And you'll be able to go to conference with some peace of mind, knowing that your bank account is good, right? We're missing 3-4 days in the field. And you will, sure, I've seen some anomalies run appointment, you know, go to conference for 12 hours and then run an appointment at 9 o'clock at night. It happens. You want to do that, go for it. But that's not what conference is about. Conference is about association, breaking from all this, learning, meeting, breaking bread, sharpening your axe, all that good stuff. So double up on activity from now to conference, and you're gonna have a better conference. If you're just running the regular schedule, well, I think most of us have either been sick or taken a vacation and missed out on some days of work here. And you know what that does to your business if you don't have a team and you've got overrides and you really have that machine, you know, kind of well oiled and built. The first 6 months here, no, the first 9 months are really the toughest. Because in month 10, of course, you're getting those 25% kicking in from your advances. And if you're building, you got new writers, you got people building, you know, things are real smooth. But the first 4 months are the hardest, right? That I call those the hot mess months. And the first 9 months are really how long, you know, it may take a part-timer to really put everything into motion. Jeff Miller, thank you. I know so many Jeff Smiths. I don't know why I said that. Jeff Miller, because it's one of those names, right? The Miller and Smith, people like made the horseshoes back in the days. Anyway, Jeff Miller is a $30,000-$40,000 a month producer. He failed forward for 6 months, almost quit 4 months in. That's why I call it the hot mess months. Even a Jeff Miller considered quitting in his first 4 months here. That tough. But it's not tough if you know that that's natural. Yes, Dustin.
Yeah, I just wanted to add there, during that time, remember that the fire starter orientation calls are not just for brand new agents, you know, who are getting their feet wet and joining the team, but they're actually for a longevity and a renewal once a week to meet with the rest of the team, to see who's coming in new, to hear people asking questions. And so let's make sure that any new agent is attending those fire starter calls at least once per week for at minimum their first 6 weeks. And they might consider sticking around there for those first 4 months or so too.
Yeah, that's right. I love that. Thank you, Dustin. Yeah, orientation is a must if you're brand new. But as Dustin said, I don't care if you've been here 3 months. If you want to tune into orientation, it'll keep you on track. Again, I always compare it to those gutter guards in the bowling alley. If you're just feeling wobbly, if you're feeling like you may be missing something, or you're asking yourself, well, what do I do now? more often than not, tune into an orientation, guys. It'll get you right back on track. I mean, that site is phenomenal. And we'll help you navigate it because it's also extremely comprehensive. So I want to congratulate Jay. Jay has his first 1 or 2 guests coming to conference, Jay.
1 in a possible right now.
Nice, very good. Let me know what I can do to convert that possible over for you. I want to see you get that raise.
Certainly.
For what it's worth, guys. And if I forgot something, remind me, because I know it was a spur of the moment incentive. But guys, for every 2 people you get to conference confirmed, I'm going to give you a 5% commission bump, permanent. So if you're 70, you can go to a 75. You're 75, go to 80, right? All the way up to 85, I will honor that. And if you're at an 85 now and you do it and you're like, well, Mark, what's in it for me? Well, what's in it for you is congratulations, your business is exploding. And on top of that, we can figure something else out. I'll gladly sweeten the pot for anybody that understands the importance of bringing potential teammates to a conference, because it'll set you straight. But Jay, congratulations, man. That's awesome. I love it. Love it. I love when brand new people who've never been to a conference, those of us that have been to conference, again, I can't be asking enough people. I'll come back from conference and I'm going to think of 10 people that I'm going to kick myself for not inviting. And you will too. So I really applaud new people like Jay who are borrowing the faith, if you will, and just understanding and trusting the leadership here, how important conference is, and making sure that they get some people there with them. Because guys, getting you and yours around the fire here can change their lives. It can change your life. And it may not, because before you think I'm just some, fanatic and I just drank a gallon of Kool-Aid and everything else, a great testimony I have, I've said it before, but, I brought a buddy of mine who's a city councilman in Indiana. I thought it'd be a great fit for him. And it was for a little bit, and then his political career just took off. But he came to conference not knowing a thing about this. And by the end of conference, he said, Newbauer, I went to 5 years of business school, got my master's. I learned more in that 3 days than I learned in my entire 5 years of business school. Insurance or no insurance, I learned more about business success, and what it takes to be successful in any walk of life at more at that conference than I did in the last 5 years. So that's a testimony I'll never forget, right? The other funny thing he said, the guy that hired me, he's no longer with us. He left, my original mentor. And he kind of looked like Ed Sheeran if he just woke up, right? And I remember, we were all nervous about, does this work? Does this work? And I'll never forget, he looked over at the guy that hired us, and we were all buddies, so we always teased each other and joked around anyway. But he said, look, if X can do it, he goes, anybody can do it. and he wasn't wrong. It really is just about having some faith and putting in the effort, putting in the activity. And I just want you guys to know, as Jay has, you've just done such a great job leaning in and asking questions. I am on WhatsApp, guys. You can text me, Veronica and Prasad. I think you have my number, but in case you don't, there's my cell phone number for any new people. Guys, call me, text me, hit your upline, hit your mentor. But squeaky wheel gets the grease, and Jay must WhatsApp me on average at least once a day, right, Jay? And we get stuff done together, and it's pretty fun. Cannot wait to hang out at conference. So please, guys, take advantage of that. That said, every 2 people, confirmed attendees that you bring to conference, I will grant you a 5% permanent 5% commission bump. And that means if you bring 4 people, you're getting a 10% bump, and you bring 6 people, I'm giving you a 15% bump. Okay, so please take that to heart. That's a huge incentive. I guarantee there's, I'm not bragging, but I kind of am. There's no other leader in our hierarchy that's offering that kind of incentive. That's from me to you, because I understand the importance of it, and I know how much it will help you. I'm set. I'm going. We have over gosh, I think we got over 60. No, and with Joe, I can't even count. I think we got about 80 some people coming to conference. So don't think this is for me. Take it or leave it. I want you to succeed, and it's why I'm so passionate about it. It's why I will do everything I can for those that are really putting in to help you and yours get there, because I know how important it is. Veronica, Prasad, you guys are the newest members of the team on here. Morven, oh my goodness, Morven, it's so good to see you, man. We got to catch up. I haven't talked to you. Are you able to unmute and say hello? Morven Isadora. Anyway, I love you, man. Morven's down in Florida. Veronica and Prasad, you guys have you're relatively newish here. Any questions you guys have? Anything that you'd like me to cover, answer before we jump off here?
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Prasad.
Yeah, I greatly appreciate the conversation that you are having with all of us. And I just started, with onboarding, and my onboarding is approved. And thank you for that. And I started getting several links in the morning.
Oh, wow.
What is the step that we need to do? I would like to know whether I'm progressing properly or not in the learning, training, and things like that. Yeah.
That's great. So congrats. I'm so glad to see you made it through contracting. That's pretty quick. Kim, in fact, if we can talk to contracting and see if we can do the same with Richard Jerkins. Richard turned his in the same day as Prasad. And he's not able to make it to this meeting today, but we had a good 40 minutes on the phone together. So I'd love to please see what we can do to expedite Richard Jerkins contracting. He's got 7 mouths to feed, and he's really amped to get going, get food on the table for the family. So Prasad, yes, great question. Now that you've got your logins, you want to get through the training, right? So you want to get through Quility U, Fast Track, and Summit.
Okay.
And you also want to go to the phone scripts. You're going to see the training materials there. Get here. I'm going to show you real quick. Let me
Sure.
Let me go in there. Just so you know where it is. And Veronica and everybody, this goes for you guys too, depending on where you're at. I'd love to hear where you're at, Veronica, and see if there's anything I can help you with. But real quick here, guys, under training, you're going to see, so you got to do Quility U. You want to do Summit. And then, of course, oh, by the way, guys, I don't think we talk about this enough. And I don't know that enough, I don't know if enough's the right word, but I want you guys to be aware. Symmetry has private coaching, group coaching, and it's pretty amazing. I know this has helped a lot of agents turn the corner, and you're able to limit it to 8 people per leader or per coach, right? So you're going to be in nice, small, intimate groups, and this stuff's pretty amazing. You can register for your own private coaching here. And I don't remember what the investment is. Do you guys remember? But I know it's like, oh, I do not. I love my Mac, but Apple is just, they force me. I don't want to use your mail app. They always want me to use it.
The first version of that training is only like $135.
Thank you, Eric. That's what I was looking for before Apple took over. So guys, I mean, come on. And that's amazing. That'll keep you on track. And you can see, oh, here it is. There's, oh, this one's different. That's an intensive one. Those are the upcoming groups. But if you'll email coaching@quility.com and just inquire, say, hey, I'd like to know what some of the coaching programs are. Here you go. Costs. Thank you, Eric. By the way, I got to see Eric yesterday. Eric lives in Michigan. but he travels the country for his other business quite a bit. And I was fortunate enough to have Eric in Phoenix yesterday, and he went out of his way to book his hotel right next to my office so we could spend some time together. So that was awesome. Guys, anytime you want to come to Phoenix, hang out, discuss things in person, come on over. I'd love to have you. It was such a pleasure being with you yesterday, Eric. So $135, you're going to get 6 sessions at 75 minutes each. And look at these: servant mindset, setting up the game to win, sharpening the saw daily, all this stuff, guys. Top producer phone training, creating associations and accountability. So it amazes me. Don't think this isn't worth much because it only costs $135, right? I'm talking, this is world-class coaching, and it gets you around other people that are looking for the same thing you might be. So whether you're in your first week or your first year here and you would like to sharpen your axe a little further, a little faster, take advantage of this, guys. I don't think they talk about it enough. It's pretty awesome.
If anybody signs up for that and they want to compare their thoughts with somebody else, I did not leverage it as strong as I should have the first time through it. And so I'd like to go back through it again, because I feel as though it's something that'll help anybody that's willing to truly invest the time and leverage what they teach you.
Thank you, Eric. I think so too. And on that note, that might be something you want to jump into again with the new mindset, right? Paradigm is everything. So if you guys have the right mindset and are willing to put in the activity in accordance to the system, sign up. It will only help you. So Prasad, I digress a lot. So new people that have been here are used to me. New people, I hope you get used to me. Let's see. So we've got Quility U. Summit's amazing, guys. By the way, I hope all of you have started your Summit journey. I don't care where you're at in this process. Summit is your training throughout your career at Symmetry. So I've got Summit steps to achieve, right? This isn't just basic training. This is training for whatever level you're at. It's going to take you through your entire journey here. Again, if you're not doing the stuff, you're not going to get the results, guys. Don't wonder why. I just want to save everyone from scratching their heads. If you're not plugging in, if you're not doing the trainings, right, of course your business isn't going the way that it should be. If you are, that's where the fun part comes in. Then we're just tweaking things. And then what you really want to do, Prasad, is go to these training scripts. This is for everybody. This is it. This is our best script. This is for setting appointments. Study this and study it. I come from an acting background and entertainment and all that. So for me, this is just exactly what it says. It's a script, right? Get to know your part. Who are you? Well, you're a family advocate, right? Who are you? You're a hero, right? Who are you? You're persistent. You're someone who understands that out of the 100 leads on your desk, 15 of these families want to meet with you. So are you going to give up after 70 no's? And be honest with yourself. I know logically the answer is no. Heck no, I'm not going to give up. But 70 no's in a row, that's hard. That's tough. That can be heart-wrenching. But guess what? The families that need the help are still in there, and you haven't found them. It's your job to find them. So get in here, read the script, and don't just read it. Don't be like, okay, I'm ready to start. I print out my script, and then you're like, I'm hi, right? You want to know this script. You want to know this script backwards. I always recommend people read this with different inflections. Read it with different accents, no matter how bad your accent may be. Like, have some fun with it, but read it repeatedly. Read it in line with some of the phone trainings we have. And by the way, we've got our latest phone training was done by Jordan Gillum. It's on our YouTube channel. Just look up the Newbauer Agency on YouTube. You're going to see the phone training. It'll have should have Jordan's picture on it. Might still have Jack Nicholson's picture on it. Either way, the phone training's there. But really, Prasad, get to know this script. This is your best friend. And honestly, the best appointment setters are the best agents. And sure, I hope you don't need this in 4 months. I hope that Razor Ridge and Switchboard takes over and you won't even need this script. But right now, you do. Right now, this is magic. So get to know your script front and back and forth, and you're going to be golden. Veronica, how about you? What step are you on? Anything you need help with? I know these are more orientation questions, but since you're here, just wanted to make sure you're good with everything so far.
Yes, thank you, Mark. Hi, everyone. I'm pretty new in this, even though I was introduced to Symmetry probably about a year ago by Dustin, but it's been such a life-changing year for me, and it's been very difficult for me to come in and really dive deeper into this. So I have my exam scheduled this weekend, and I am going to the conference because I live in Colorado, so I might as well be there. And it was just a great opportunity for me. But really, I'm in the beginning stages, so I'm just really trying to get familiar with everything, and I'm trying to just dive in, and I didn't want to overwhelm myself because I still have to take the exam. But I understand the more I get familiar, the more I will, get more confidence. So basically, I'm very new. So I'm just getting familiar with everything.
That's great. Well, I'm so glad to hear that you're going to conference, because that's going to, supercharge your path. You're really going to get a feel for what it takes and what you got to do next. And good luck on your test this weekend.
Thank you.
Yes, I know you'll pass with flying colors. I've seen your name throughout the year, right? Since you first talked to Dustin about this, and I am thrilled. Hey, it's about the right place at the right time, right? And I'm so glad that now's the right time for you. And I'm really excited to work with you and Prasad and Richard and all the new people we have on board. And everyone else here is slowly but surely becoming an OG. So love this team. I love our group. And guys, feel free, exchange information if you want. Conference, the other reason conference is great is, we see Angie's name, we see Charlene and Morven and Randy and Mark, but it's like, we're going to get to meet each other, guys, in person. We're going to get to, associate with other people together. And I know maybe we won't all get to be at a dinner together or things like that, but I'll do my best to, at least we can all, huddle for a quick snack or a drink or what have you. And I really just can't wait to meet everybody in person. So thank you guys for everything. We've got production training coming up in 7 minutes. So if you don't have that link, it's on sfgagentsuccess.com. Joe Martinez is hosting. Highly recommend, especially if you are licensed and in the field. This is a can't miss, don't miss. And for anybody else that wants to check it out, why not? This is all the training that you're going to get about being in the home and serving families the best you can. So I thank you guys so much. I'm going to leave it open if there's any questions, comments, suggestions. Yes, Eric?
Does anybody know how to find the illustration for the cash back accidental death off of Mutual of Omaha, so it shows you how much of it they get back if they don't use it?
Let me see. I thought the app auto calculated that. Let me check.
All I'm doing is going in through Virtual Mentor to get a price. And
Okay.
So all I'm trying to do is figure out how much of it they'll get back if they don't use it.
Okay, I think the app tells you. So let me check real quick.
I think I've got it on my phone. So if it does, then that'll get me
Okay.
what I need.
Return of premium.
So I'm sure I'm not the only one that'll need to know this one of these days. That's why I'm asking in public, so to speak.
That's weird. So for the return of premium on term, they will tell you. For this one, they won't. So but the best thing to do is the return of premium happens at age 80. So you will have to do a little math, but
yeah,
all you've got to do is calculate the monthly premium times 12, subtract their age from 80, times that by that other figure. Now, where's Betsy? We need the math teacher here. You get it though, Eric, right? I think you just got to do it manually.
I think minus you subtract the rider, the fee for the rider. So that's something you're not gonna get back.
You know what that fee is?
Whatever riders are on the plan that you choose. So let's say
Right.
like the waiver of premium, price, whatever that is.
But on the accidental death, it just goes till
Oh,
they're 80
accidental.
regardless.
I'm not sure about accidental. I thought you were talking like
Okay.
regular term.
I'll get a hold of Moo and
Yeah, probably
get
be
some
best.
coaching on this, and I will get some information for Mark to share.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, Eric. Yeah, what Eric's talking about, guys, if you're new, is certain policies, if they're healthy enough, and accidental doesn't have health requirements, so that's cool. We'll offer a return of premium as a rider, meaning if you don't use the policy, you get all your money back, or at least most of it. And usually they'll calculate that for you on the app. For some reason, the accidental death policy from Moo does not calculate what they'll get back. But it's roughly, 97, 98% of everything they put into it. So pretty cool feature. All right, guys, if there's nothing else, I'm going to give you a little breather, restroom break, whatever. Production training starts in 4 minutes. Again, if you don't have the link, it's on sfgagentsuccess.com or on Band. No, it's not on Band because it's just for our group, which is pretty cool. So just connect with that link on the website. And thank you, guys. You have my cell number too. If you need anything, shoot me a text, call me. I'm jumping on another call right now, but I will be around this afternoon. So thank you, guys. Take care.